Okay.
We are live?
That's on? That's on.
Dude.
That's on. Okay. So, we're watching Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. And it's going to be great.
Fantastic.
10 out of 10. To start off a shitty movie, let's have some shitty sound. That was good.
Yeah. Just like the shot.
Yeah, oh yeah. My favorite thing about this movie is the fact that you can't see anything like that. It's just nothing.
A void.
Nothing at all. It's 10 out of 10. Now, one thing we should probably mention here as a disclaimer is that neither of us have seen this movie in a while. Maybe over a year. And oh my god.
It went from daytime to nighttime immediately.
Yeah. And basically, we don't know that much about it other than that we hate it.
Yeah, this movie's the worst. It's so boring is my problem.
Yeah. Boring maybe, but also just everything about it. This is 1982, you know, so, and oh god, that guy looks like the Joker.
Yeah, I could see it.
It's 1982, apparently, and I understand you're shooting on film, but like, I don't even know what they're using. They're using like a flashlight.
They are,
Yeah.
and makeup does not help with the reflection there.
No, it's all terrible.
Now some stock shots.
I guess like one thing to mention. Oh my god.
CCC.
It could have been worse. It could have been KKK.
I know.
Yeah. But one thing to mention. Okay, Christopher Lloyd. No, but who's the Lloyd Kaufman? Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd.
If only. Lloyd Kaufman is one of the helmers of Troma releases. So he made such great films as The Toxic Avenger and Class of Nukem High. So he's a lot of fun. And the amazing Poultrygeist, which came out like 20 years after this piece of shit.
Poltergeist is an experience.
I love Poultrygeist. But yeah, so he's made stuff. He knows how to make stuff. But this is around the era where it was just like, we have extra film, go film something.
Let's do it.
Just go do anything. And wonderfully, all of those beautiful gems ended up in the Toxie's Top 10 box set, which I happily have.
Yeah, subjecting me to. Thanks.
Exactly. Well, subjecting everybody to. I've been torturing this people with this box set for almost a decade. Yeah, so we decided, fuck it, let's put on Curse of the Cannibal Confederates and scream at the beauty of it, like those pedo stashes, and the high grain pump,
or him talking off camera.
Yeah, no, I don't even understand what the initial idea. Like, what are they going for here? You have a name called Curse of the Cannibal Confederates,
which is cool.
Which is that's like the selling point. That's gonna make anybody just be like, okay, let's just buy this, or let's rent it. I guess is what they really were going for, but you put it in, and like within the first 5 seconds, you can't see anything. You don't know what's happening. It's terrible. That guy looks like shit. He looks like he's part of like Leonard Skinner or something.
I was
like
gonna
that.
say it's 80s Thor.
Yeah, I don't know, but actually, that's a good thing. Everybody, okay, yeah, this is the 80s, but
Yes.
everybody looks like they're from the 70s. They look like
do.
hippies.
Yeah.
That guy's even wearing like an army. It looks like he's wearing an army vest.
That is weird.
That's so bizarre. That is shockingly bizarre. Oh wow, this
credits
is belated ass credit
No
here.
kidding, I thought that was over with.
And how many people are really in this movie? Like, there's 7? Oh, introducing Blind. Oh my god.
Perfect.
You could see her. You could see it. It looked like it just said, "and action," and she was like,
Hey,
"What?
here we go."
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe that was the girl that they were introducing. I don't know. I don't know anything about the director. He doesn't matter. He should have been shot. Screenplay by Lon Hubbard. Should have been shot.
Yeah, everybody should have been shot.
Everybody-
14 years after Night of the Living Dead, and we still get this garbage.
Yeah. Her hair has no detail in it. It's just black. It's just blackness. You know what, I will admit though, their little camper feels really cozy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does look kind of comfortable.
Looks comfortable. But yeah, look at the side of her head there. There's
You
just
can't
there's
see.
no detail. It's just a blob. Which it's like, you know, you can pump like maybe a fill in there. Like I don't even know what they're using. But that's to say if they even had lights for this. Like and if you look at her sweater too, that white sweater, it actually glows around her. You can see that glow because it's just so overexposed and underexposed and any which way you can.
It's just a mess.
Like that whole corner there is just black. I can see her reflection.
Yeah.
When you can see your reflection in the TV, somebody fucked up. Unless that's intentional, but I doubt this is intentional. Yeah.
Some deep thought going into this one.
I really want the audience to not be able to see half the frame, and then have the white bar in front of her be glowing like heavens.
Yeah, no, that's not off-putting at all either. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Wow.
Fixed.
It's like she's just a talking face.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I don't know what to say.
I don't either.
I'm
I don't know why you
speechless.
put me up to... Oh, yeah, there we go. I forgot this was
so
one of those
this
sexploitation.
is why the movie was made. Oh, it all
Oh,
make... Oh, yeah, no,
my
it
God.
definitely is.
I completely forgot that
Okay.
existed.
Wow. And action.
And the credits are still rolling, too.
She got some nice boots, though. Wait, that's a guy.
No.
No, it's a girl.
No, it's a
I thought-
girl.
Oh, no, it's her. Okay, for a second I was like, oh, is this a reversal, like, guy?
Plot twist. That would have
Yeah.
been cool. I would give props.
Her skin is overexposed. If I walked onto that set, I'd probably be a ghost.
Wait, is that a third character? Or... Because
yeah,
aren't they
there's
both?
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Two. And then third's the other girl
So
then.
Tony Malalowski, you should be killed. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this is what happens when you have beer, maybe a couple rolls of film left, and a Polish man directing and producing. Wait, actually, that's interesting. Oh no.
People to BS and take advantage of.
The thing is, once
wonderful.
again,
Yeah.
right now we're watching this and we don't really know what the hell's happening, and because we haven't seen it enough. So right now, to me, this is just 3 guys and 3 girls in bikinis.
In a cabin in the woods type scenario, but a RV in the woods.
But and that guy, once again, he just looks like he's not from the 80s.
No, he doesn't.
and that was just
it just went from like
terrible.
a dusk shot to bright day.
But that's the thing, that was probably shot during the day. They just had
Yeah.
no lighting, or it was like shady out. They have a beautiful overcast right now. You can see the wind blowing, so those ladies are probably fucking freezing cold as
This
well.
is awful.
This is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, there's no consistency at all with the shots.
Oh, it's magical. Yeah. What do you think they're talking about?
It's fun watching movies where you don't remember and you don't hear the audio.
I don't know. One of those girls was, it said introducing her,
Yeah.
and I wonder if they just got her because it was like one of the people's girlfriend.
I could see that happening.
You want to be a star?
Yeah, one
Wanna
of
be
those scenarios.
You want to be a star?
And then they dress back up because,
Because why not? Because we got our TNA, but not really.
that's...
Wait, who's that?
What?
Oh, that's her. That's the other one. Oh my
Oh, that
god.
dress back
It's
up.
difficult when you can't see anything. It's just like a black...
Void, and then just some skin.
It's like Twin Peaks. I think Twin Peaks Survival. Just Dougie sitting there and his head's just gone. It was
You
a black
still gotta
smoke.
make me watch that.
You haven't watched Twin Peaks?
No.
Oh shit. Okay.
That was on our to-do list.
Oh yeah, shit.
That's okay.
That's fine. I got the box set. It's there.
Unnecessarily stripped down, then dress back up. Fan service.
Fan service or producer service?
Definitely a little of both.
Is there a fan of this? If you're a fan of this movie, please comment on this video that'll have 5 views.
Yes. Perfection.
Yeah, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that subscribe, and like on the subscribe. Also, follow us on subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe for your likes, and make sure to keep up with all of the Mr. Oz Productions scribe likes.
When there's so little going on that we've resorted to that.
This Blaine marketing?
Oh,
Is that a bullet?
Yeah. Maybe it's a silver bullet.
I don't know. That's what I need right now.
Kill racist zombies.
You know, maybe you could like push the frame in a bit more. I'm wondering. Okay, everything about this is like dirty and disgusting, but at the same time, this very well also could be just a VHS rip of the movie. So maybe it looked better.
You say we're talking about, what is this? It was 1982. Alien dropped in 1979, and we got this.
Now, yeah. Now they're slowly coming out of it. Oh my god. Okay, so what's the plot of this movie again?
They go out hunting for deer, and then they get got by zombies.
Okay, so really simplistic plot. So boobs in the woods.
Yeah, it's a cabin in the woods opening.
Yeah, your boobs in the woods. Set up 6 expendable characters and kill them all in violent, grotesque ways.
Creative ways. That's the key if you want this to be successful.
That's the thing. But if you're gonna do that in
Day
creative...
to night again.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Casual step into the forest. Utter darkness.
Man, it's really dark in there. Don't forget your flashlights, guys. Oh
That
my
was
god.
awesome.
It's like Blaine. It's like they're not even trying to match shit. Like that matches. It's like this.
That
this was,
worked, yeah.
Yeah, this was all his. He had a patch on his sleeve that looked like the Canadian Post symbol.
I'd be okay with that.
Maybe he's just a postman.
Oh,
Kinda. Maybe I take it back. It doesn't look anything like it. I'm just trying to figure out something here.
something tangible to comment on.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have come into this one better prepared, but honestly, I don't know what you're expecting for commentary on this.
One does not go in here better prepared. This movie, we're going in the same way that they went in, completely unprepared and have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
The guy that wrote the script probably wrote it while they were filming. Like in
As
there, he was in the camper writing the script.
What if it's all improv?
Yeah, and this is just all them improvising.
Would be amazed if this was all improv. That would be some quality stuff.
This is America, so we have to have their guns.
As you do.
Yeah, go deer hunting. Wait. So they're going deer hunting, but the girls brought their bikinis?
As you do. You never know. Tactical bikini.
Tactical Benini? What? Now I'm really confused. So,
I thought the forest was pitch black.
Yeah. Well, no, that was foreshadowing.
Oh.
Yeah. For the darkness to come. She looks like she doesn't want to be there.
No,
it's
she
like
looks
a fake,
uncomfortable.
It's like a fake smile. It's like, get the fuck.
Beautiful.
Come on. Who brought her along, right? God, you can't handle the sound of a shotgun going off right next to you? Come on. Did they not give her earplugs?
So, what would you do now, at least to spice up this part? Because I don't know how else we're going to comment on this whole movie without what would we do to fix this?
I think that's just going to be it. Okay, so they're getting coverage, but it's boring because they're all by themselves, which means maybe they didn't have everybody at the same time, or they filmed this all in like one day. But the first thing you want to do when you're setting up your movie is your prologue. If you're gonna have a prologue, it should be like an action scene or set up the tone really.
Civil War, man, that's what they should have opened with.
Set up your tone really well. So, like an example is, like Christopher Nolan's really good at his openings with like the Batman movies.
Yeah.
Like The Dark Knight opens with that awesome heist, and then you get a sense of like, okay, the Joker's really cunning, he's crazy,
really
he's a daredevil, he's robbing these fucking people, or the mob. Got it.
Yeah.
So then here we got overexposed and underexposed shots of zombies doing nothing.
Both lighting and nudity, basically.
Yeah, and then it cut to just people driving, and then shots that you can't determine what the fuck's happening, and then now they're just walking in the woods, and it's like, great. So prologue, your first 5 minutes, what they should have done is and this is like basic shit. You just establish another group of people in the woods, and then they get attacked by the
victims.
Yeah, they get attacked by the Confederate zombies.
Yeah, I could see that.
And you just establish that, and it's like, okay, got it. Did you see that weird jolt? Like if there was like a 1 second frame in there of
this
something?
whole walking frame's killing me too. Or shot, sorry.
God, it makes you want to throw up. But also, it's shot on like, if you look, like it's the 4x3 box, which makes me think that they weren't even trying to get this into a theater.
No.
They were just straight to home release with it. Oh, that was then.
Good.
But anyway, so what you want to do with your prologue is set up something that makes it exciting, and be like, oh, I'm hooked, and then after that, you can establish your characters. But with movies like this, it's like witty banter is usually the way that's the way they do it. But all these characters are just like worthless.
They're boring. They're one-dimensional.
They're all there to die, except for one. So what you do is you don't focus on any of the other characters as a writer. You just focus, or a director, or both. You just focus on the one that's going to be your final girl or your final guy.
Or subvert expectations. Like, ironically, Alien works with that, where you don't think it's Ripley, you think it's Dallas that's going to pull through.
Yeah. Well, subverting expectations can come after you learn the rules.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
You can break the rules once you learn them. I don't even think these people know what a rule is.
No. That is exactly our face right now, trying to make sense of this movie.
Yeah, this is us watching the movie going like, what is this? It's literally like us staring at a grave. That's just of all these actors' careers.
Playing off the trope of Cam of the Woods, they should have had an old man warn them about the curse of the Confederates.
Ooh, no, that's what comes up like after, like number one. What is that? Is it a bullet?
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. And look at that. The exposure's completely different.
Yeah,
now.
It is.
It's terrible. It doesn't match at all. But okay, so prologue done. Now you're setting up your characters. Establish all this bullshit. Oh, I want to be this or I want to do this. Doesn't matter. You just basic dialogue. Who cares? You set us up with an awesome action scene. We're not even paying attention to that. So that prologue is super important. Then it's just your world building, and then your inciting incident. Now with horror films, you usually have your horror trope that's going back to Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, it's a great call out for this type of film.
The warning, right?
Yeah.
So the warning usually is is either a gas station clerk or something
creepy.
A gas station clerk, or you pick up a hitchhiker, and he's like, and it's like, oh, I should get out of here. Something that should make all those characters say, we got to turn back, but none of them turn back because they're stupid. That's also another thing on subverting expectations that you could do. You could just have it be like, okay, we're gonna set it up with that gas station clerk, and then everybody actually is just gonna head home. But then through them heading home, instead for it being like a Cabin in the Woods movie that it like advertises itself as, it turns into like a road thriller. Could
you imagine being chased down by Confederate zombies on a highway?
Mad Max meets Night of the Living Dead.
That would be metal, actually.
That would be pretty great.
Or there's just so many zombies on the highway that it stalls their vehicle, so it becomes a sprinting game.
That just sounds like a what's it called? Italian ripoff movie. Confederate zombie truckers. Yeah.
That would be beautiful.
That's already a more interesting movie.
Or is that more interesting tone than this?
That's one thing I just remembered about this movie. Yeah, it is just a bunch of people walking around in the woods.
It is. It's like they took, ironically, Blair Witch, and all the tension is gone.
Yeah, they were doing this 18 years before Blair Witch. Get on it, Blair.
Oof. The other thing I hate is that main setting's in a freaking burnt down church, which is very similar again to...
But here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you have this... Maybe they found this and said, just make a movie here. Who knows, right? And they just tried to do like in Kira Kurosawa shot from Rushmore, where they're just like, look at the sun. Yeah. No, don't look at the sun. You don't have the technology to do it, or the skills. So you have that setting there. And your whole movie should, if you don't have the lighting for night shots, which they do a lot of in this movie.
Yeah.
Don't do the night. You can still make your movie suspenseful and creepy during the day. Night shots are a crutch.
Yeah.
You just, it's night, it's spooky, right? No, you don't have to do that as a filmmaker. So how do you build the tension, right? You don't build tension by having a guy walking through the woods for 40 minutes finding a treasure chest.
Like it's Legend of Zelda.
Like it's Legend of Zelda. And then he takes out a Confederate flag. And the only reason why I know he takes out a Confederate flag is because we just watched the trailer for this movie, which was also terrible. Okay, so, and that flag is not even rattled or anything. So maybe have like your, if you probably don't have one, but you can, as a director, you could just be the production designer. Have that flag, take it, and like run it through the mud.
Just
and
make
then,
it look warm.
Yeah, and then leave it out for the day, like in the sun, or just like blow dry it, right? And then have all that mud crust, and then take a scraper and start like trying to scrape all the mud off, and then take a little like wire brush and start like kind of going around those edges and really wearing it down so it looks like all rattled and beaten, right?
Like it's 100 years old?
Yes, like it's 100 years old. And then, what's this? You know, when someone takes out a Confederate flag that looks like they just bought it at a surplus store, that, which I'm assuming you can get Confederate flags still. I've seen a lot of them in the past 2 years.
Also, don't casually loot a treasure chest in the middle of abandoned church. That's just bad luck, yo.
Is that the thing that sets off the zombies? How dare you touch our Confederate flag?
I don't think there's an establishing thing, because the zombies are already up and about from the opening of this.
This movie should have been called Recruitment of the Confederate Zombies, when it's just about them trying to recruit them.
That would be kind of
Come
beautiful.
join our cause. Yeah. Another, now here's the thing that sounds crazy, that I just kind of came in my brain, that you could actually, that you could do. You remake this movie, and you hand it off to Jordan Peele, and you make it a commentary about racism?
That would be hilarious and awesome.
Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. It's an all black cast. Maybe some white people. It doesn't have to be all black, but it should be like minorities, black, everybody, right? And then you just kind of play it out with that, and then making the zombies super comedically white.
Yes, I was gonna say, and the plot twist is they're not even zombies. It's just a bunch of racist people eating black people in the South.
And then in the end of it, how they defeat them is they just paint their faces white.
White face. God damn.
I don't know. That's the stupidest idea ever. And Jordan Peele would like take that and elevate it to an Oscar level thing. But it would be. That's like one way you could do it. They weren't thinking about that in the 80s because these people may have allegedly been racist.
No.
So, I don't know. And look at that, just dark and fucking shit again. Anything. You remember we're watching Terminator 2 and it's like they bounce the lighting. Beautiful lighting. Hard contrast to this. It's beautiful.
And they're pulling that off at night. These guys are in the middle of the day and this lighting's off.
Now, here's the thing. Independent shoot. We're comparing a $100 million movie to a no-budget film. Is that fair? No. But still. You can try a bit. So, and that's the biggest problem with this movie. It just doesn't feel like they tried. There's no emotion and effort into anything. Look how wide this shot is. Why is that a wide? Get push the fucking thing in there. Okay, get a 50 mil lens. Like I'm assuming it's Troma, right? I'm assuming these people had some type of lens selection. It can't just all. No, we know they had a lens selection because we were seeing a couple of lenses here. So, block your scene out. And then cut to like the point of view of like the zombies, kind of like lurking or anything like that, or if there's or if they haven't
a thread.
Yeah. Because you want to establish that there's some kind of thread, like anything. Or you can do it Evil Dead style, where it's like them doing something awakens them, and then they all go back into the ground, right? So if you have your prologue with them awakening, and you're like, how did they awaken? What caused them to awaken? I don't know. And then they all retreat back into the graves. Then it's like a mystery of like, what are they gonna do to awaken them? And then they find the Confederate flag, and it says, "Join now." And then they're like, and then all the recruitment agents come out with their pencils and papers.
And asking for a like and subscribe.
Yeah. Ring that bell.
Perfection.
Yeah. They start coming out and they're like, join our cause. Your cause ended 100 years ago.
The cause never ends. And then zombie Trump crawls out.
Now that I'm thinking about it, what I just kind of came up with there is sort of, not really, but kind of the plot of the new Wrong Turn film. I want to say that the Wrong Turn, that the new Wrong Turn movie, like quick review, it's bad, don't watch it. Yeah. I want to say that the plot was, it's like a bunch of teenagers who go up into the woods and everything, and then they get hunted. But instead for being inbreds and kind of like mutant dudes, it's a cult. And when they pitched it, that was in the synopsis, and was like, oh, that sounds actually really good. Yeah, I like that idea. But then you find out that it's like a cult that is more like cavemen, and it's like, what? And then I believe it was like a Confederate like nest that like people who were like, this is where the true humans are going to be and everything, and it's like, oh, you know,
it's intriguing.
Yeah, no,
and like, they go back to getting the flag again
in a night shot.
One of them should just wear it like a cape. That would be a great way to start off the zombies getting pissed.
And you know what? Like, all they have to do, if they're really like, oh god, we just don't have any light or anything, just go out and buy like a bunch of construction paper and just fucking tape it together so you can create like a bounce board, and then just start like shaping your light. Use that flag that you have and try to flag, and literally try to flag your lighting to shape it if you're having such difficulties. Or depending on how much time you have to film this movie, wait until you can get like good natural lighting. Yeah. Like I was talking about in Terminator 2, where they just had that exposition dump, and it was all magic hour. Yeah. You know.
They go out of their way too to find certain times of the day for those shots. So,
well, that's the Revenant is that they only shot during magic hour. Yeah. Same with Days of Heaven. There's movies literally where they just shoot during magic hour, but then you get this really gorgeous film out of it. But like, and I get it. This is just a horror film where a guy, I actually thought that was just the edge of the screen, but it's not. That is a man. He's just darkened to shit from shadows. He has no face there. Like, he's not even, there's nothing. It's nothing. It's just a person with no head petting somebody.
There's been no real establishing threat still either.
No tension. I don't even know. The movie's been on for 27 minutes and nothing's happening. This is like 3 minutes to like at your 30-minute mark, you want to go into your turning point 1 where everything's established. You had your prologue, you've had your threat established, you've had your world building, you've had your inciting incident, and now all your heroes know their job, they know what they need to do, and they're on their way through the movie. Yeah. And then 30 minutes after that, you throw on another turning point to kind of keep things fresh that just veers it in a bit of a different direction, leading to your climax. You have your climax, you have a small resolution, and you get the fuck out. 90 minutes, boom, boom, boom. 3 30-minute parts, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, you're done. Nothing is happening.
No. Literally nothing.
They're just like, I found a box that has a Confederate flag in it, also I'm glowing like Jesus.
It's taken them 30 minutes to go back to a box, essentially.
They went back to this box 3 times because they don't know what they're doing. So at this point, you know what you would establish? Maybe one of their friends goes missing. 30-minute mark.
Something.
So what do they have to do now? Well, they have to find their friend. Yeah. So then there's them going and finding their friend, and another one gets taken off, and another one. And by doing that turning point, you establish that, okay, they're getting picked off, right? 1, 2, 3. Turning point 2, you find out that Leonard Skinner here got recruited as a Confederate zombie.
The other thing they could have done, because of that, if they were in bikinis unnecessarily, have them go swimming while they go hunting, and then maybe one of the girls goes missing, and there's tension there too, or something.
That's what I thought they actually were doing. No. I thought they were, I don't know, I created like a beach scene in my brain.
There is
but
no
they just went
scene.
out. Maybe we missed because we don't know what they're saying. We don't watch this movie enough to know. But maybe they went out and were like, there's no sun to tan here. Guess we'll just come hunting with you. But you're going into the middle of the fucking woods during overcast. Of course there's no sun. What are you talking about?
And back to the graveyard.
I will say, going through the woods and then discovering like an abandoned grave is actually something that like I would love. Like,
it'd be awesome.
It would be amazing. I would love to be there. And I would take that cigarette, I don't know, flick it away. Fucking bullshit. Don't you smoke in my graveyard. Hazard. Yeah. But if you're gonna do that, like if you have like, oh, we're in the woods, we have this abandoned thing here, we have that. You utilize these sets more than having a black grave where I can't even see the name of it.
This is that's the same shot from before too, eh? Like at the very start.
Oh yeah,
They're just recycling.
Yeah, they're just gonna recycle stuff. They're anything they can to make a feature, right? Like Private John Hall. That's probably just a styrofoam grave.
Never forget.
Yeah.
Never forget Tony Stark.
Oh, I thought that's a John Carpenter. I don't know. I can't read anything. Like, is it so hard to just shine a light on that? Like, just you're not even trying at this point.
Dun dun dun.
So she's realizing that something happened. Oh God.
Oh no,
Oh.
I've knocked this over. See, they've done so many things that could have pissed the zombies off at this point too, and we still don't get oh, there it is. There's the recycled shot.
That could be the one thing that sets them off, except for the treasure box. It could just be if you find that grave, it's like cursed, and then they come and get you.
And it's a red herring with the box.
Ooh, you could do a thing like The Shining, where at the end it shows Jack part of the picture and everything. You could do that where every victim they have, it forms a new grave.
The grave.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
It kind of rewrites history, and they're in there as a Confederate. Yeah.
That doesn't happen though.
No. This is
creativity.
This is far too much effort for them to even put in. This was just go film something. Anything. Who cares? Just do it. Like I like how you can see like the border at the top there, and I don't even know what that is. They're in the fucking woods.
What the hell?
Is that just him shooting through something? Like I don't know.
Or just a car.
And look, he's got the contrast on his head, but it's incorrect. Why wouldn't you put like him on an apple box and have him just turn slightly profile and use that natural lighting to illuminate his face?
Something.
Anything. I have a suspicion because back in the day, you had to actually look through the lens and everything. Yeah. You didn't have monitors. Well, you kind of did, but they didn't. Let's just go into context. They did not. They had to look through the lens and film this shit. Do you think that the director just didn't look through the lens at all? And you think maybe the cameraman just was like,
hit fire record the entire time.
I'm just here for a paycheck and I don't care. He looks like Adrian Brody there. Okay. This is just no.
Also, they gave up on hunting pretty fast.
Yeah, there was no hunting because they probably could they not have just gotten stock footage of a deer and just matched it?
Probably. Josh agrees too.
Yeah, Josh agreed with us as well. But look how overexposed that is. Maybe they're lighting it with their car, like their headlights.
Oh, actually, I kind of could see that.
Yeah, but. If, like I said, if that's the case, like, look how overexposed she is. It's like someone put a lamp right on her.
Yeah,
oh my God. And you can't even tell that's a tent.
No, it just is a white flap.
It's just nothing. Yeah, he really looks like Adrian Brody. That is weird. What the fuck?
I just love watching people get drunk in a poorly lit scene. It's beautiful.
It's really gross. It feels like a Rob Zombie film. He looked like Bruce Campbell.
I was gonna say, this dude looks like Bruce Campbell right now.
Yeah.
I could see it without the hair there. Yeah. It's perfect.
When they're stumbling into a Confederate zombie intake. Yeah. Man, Bruce Campbell would have been the perfect person to come in and just start being... Oh, he should have been their warning person.
Yes.
Walking in the woods. It's like, you're not going to want to go past those woods. You know? Kind of like...
that would have salvaged this.
Oh, that would have been amazing. But did they have Bruce Campbell money back then? No.
Bruce Campbell money in the 80s? Come on. He would have done it. He would have been down to clown.
I think... But that's the thing. I think in the 80s he was starting to do like bit bigger movies and everything, and by bigger I mean like bigger in the horror scene.
Yeah.
So he might have been a little too expensive. He might have cost $40,000, and then we just don't have that.
Yeah.
You know. Bruce, how much do you want? Oh, I'll do it for super cheap. I'll just want $10,000 for. That's the budget.
I was gonna say movie budget right there.
Yeah. That's giving the. Everything about that was gross.
It was uncomfortable.
Yeah, oh my God, his face. He looks like he's wearing like just tons of foundation.
Yeah.
It's like it touches his face.
He's paler than the zombies we saw.
Oh my God. Do you think any of them are actually like together right now? It feels like they're all just like
disjointed.
Everything was shot on a different day.
I still feel like this was just a movie to take advantage of all these female actresses. That's all this has been so far.
I'm gonna say that's a lot of movies.
It is.
That's a lot of cheap,
bad
shitty
movies.
Horror movies. Yeah.
And that guy's face perfectly.
Look, did you see her?
I can't talk.
Her smile. There's no detail. It's just like she opens her mouth and there's like a mushed marshmallow in there.
Yeah.
Same with him. He's got like a Freddie Mercury overbite.
We're 34 minutes in and nobody's dead or at risk of dying.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous. She's getting all pissed off. She's just like, you all suck. It's windy and no one's doing anything. I want to go home. And
Remember
the
What's
aliens.
that?
Yeah, I wouldn't be. It's him.
Thor. It's the hammer.
Oh my god. Yeah.
For context, the first 5 minutes of Underwater has like several hundred people die in like 5 minutes. We're 34 minutes in.
That's how you start your movie. You know, one of the best, well, maybe not the best, but a really good example of like starting your horror movie, like your slasher film, off to a good start is the remake of Friday the 13th. That 2009 remake nailed their opening. I saw that in theaters when it came out on Friday the 13th.
I don't know why I'm not remembering its opening.
Essentially, the opening is just it's just a Friday the 13th movie just condensed into one little scene where it's like this. You just have all these people sitting around the camp. You got your coverage talking, blah 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 blah. You know, and then they all just start dying off one by one. Goes, takes a piss, doesn't come back. Another one does something, doesn't come back. And then
it's kind of coming back to me now.
And then you have like this like tracking shot of like the final person like on the ground like backing up, oh god, oh god, oh god, and then you see Jason like just like coming up to him and then just slashes at him and it cuts and says Friday the 13th. That's a perfect way to establish
it really sums everything up,
because Friday the 13th is all about just killing. You're just there for the clever kills.
The slash.
It's not like Nightmare on Elm Street where you're in a dream world, so there's a lot more uniqueness that's going to it. Like, okay, back to this. I can't even see that hand. This is the first time that we're really seeing in the narrative the zombies, and I can't see them, like barely. You know,
honestly, if you could see a bit more, this shot would be freaking awesome, but you can't see anything.
Something. So then it makes me think like, okay, did they just not have their car today? Like, what are they doing? And what's with those like sparkling things? Yeah, is that magic? Is that the magic?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't get it. So it's so hard to see.
We have Rambo over here.
Yeah. They couldn't get the red one.
No, they couldn't afford it.
The Army surplus store only has yellow in stock. I guess. That doesn't even look like a zombie. That just looks like some sort of like 90s douchebag vampire. Like,
I kind of can see it.
Yeah. You know. Also, another thing is...
That's terrible.
I'm not gonna like get mad at them for not having like amazing makeup effects on them and everything, but can you at least like cover them in like some sort of rot, like just dirt? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smother them in just like some dirt, and other than being totally white, and then they all have beards, right? Well, maybe just like ask or
moss
hire
or something would have been kind of a cool
like
aesthetic.
Hire some people that have like really big beards, and then just fuck around with their beards and put a bunch of shit in it. Yeah, and then when they go and first like kill somebody, make it really bloody, so that by the end of it, those zombies are just drenched in blood,
gore.
Yeah. So
really set the tone.
Because then you can have the contrast with their unbelievably white makeup. With a really dark red, you know.
Going to hate myself, but when did Return of the Living Dead drop?
It was in the 80s as well.
I just want to see what year it is.
Yeah.
Hold on. Keep going there. I want to see that.
It might have been 82.
1985. Okay. 3 years after this piece of garbage, we'd get Return of the Living Dead.
And that's the thing, right? It is so... I look at this and it's just such a waste of time.
It is.
Watching it's a waste of time. Making it's a waste of time. Doing a commentary on it is a waste of time. Everything about it is a waste of time.
Like, the zombie trope isn't dead. This is where it starts really playing. Like, Return of the Living Dead's where they really turn everything on its head again. But at this point, there's no creativity or no passion. Like, why did they make a zombie film?
I don't know. Making a zombie film is like, everyone thinks it's like relatively easy and low budget, but if you're gonna make it super low budget, you have to be
interesting.
It has to have like an interesting story or characters or something like that. That's why Night of the Living Dead works so well. The tension in that house is really good.
It's a huge metaphor for racism too.
Well, yeah, it's a commentary movie. It's not just about all these zombies killing people.
No,
it's about society and how like people will handle each other in these terrible
tensions in this house.
These nightmare situations. Like the whole, when you really watch like Night of the Living Dead, the whole dynamic of it is just like, okay, who's the leader?
Yeah.
They're literally start dividing the house.
Yep.
And they're like, what are you doing? And they just start freaking out at each other. And there's this huge threat outside. And then of course you get that ending where, you know, he's the last one and then you're on, right? But, you know, I kind of like, it's stupid, but I like the image of the main Confed zombie we see there, the one that looks like he's like a 58-year-old, that guy. Yeah, I kind of like him a bit, but
it's because he's got swagger,
and that guy just looks like he stumbled off of a Rob Zombie film.
I was just thinking that myself.
Okay,
or
like
Insane Clown Posse
sounds really stupid, but like it sounds so dumb, but take like maybe some like rub off Sharpie, put it on their teeth if you're gonna do a close up.
Okay.
And then it sounds really gross, but take something that's like kind of brown, and then like just shove it on their gums, you know, and then take a little bit of blood and take a little paintbrush and just kind of go in there and dab it right on the border of the gum to teeth. Perfect. Done.
While I'm thinking about this, actually, you know, there is a Cabin in the Woods-esque movie like this that does this entire trope perfectly, and that's Dead Snow. Except instead of Confederate zombies, the teens get wrecked by Nazi zombies.
Yeah, Dead Snow is a wonderful film.
It takes this whole trope. This is like the entire plot's almost identical, actually, when you think about that.
But what does Dead Snow do really well? It establishes really fun, witty
it's
tone.
A fun movie.
Almost immediately, you're having fun with it. Like, remember when there's the scene where that guy just goes to the bathroom and the girl comes in and starts giving him like a blumpkin, and it's like, that's disgusting.
Or when the zombies stopped to like sig hail and stuff, they had fun with it.
Yeah, that movie just had a blast doing it. So much they made a sequel. Which did you ever see the sequel?
Yeah, I did. With the freaking Russian zombies. Yeah. I gotta admit, I am a sucker for both those movies.
Yeah, the second one's not bad. Actually, bizarrely enough, Dead Snow spawned that whole like, bring back like the Nazis and your cheesy horror films and the Russians and just kind of like
Nazis and Center Earth and crap after
we got
that
tons
too.
But there was like Iron Sky.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of.
And then there was a really good one called Frankenstein's Army, which was like a found footage one. Seriously, have you seen that one?
No, I have not.
I don't even want to say anything.
Sounds like the plot of Overlord, though.
Kinda, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Before Overlord.
Yeah.
Anybody, Frankenstein's Army, check it out. That's probably one of the best like found footage movies.
I'm gonna have to watch that now too.
It's really good.
Also watch Overlord.
Yeah, watch Overlord if you haven't. And stop.
Some good tension building in that.
Yeah, and that kind of this ended like that was a span that came out for a lot of like almost straight to video horror movies. Really, they didn't really get much of a release, but they were good. I used to own Dead Snow. I had a nice steel book of it, and then it went away.
I don't think I ever physically owned a copy. At least I think I had one. Well, maybe one of my first Google Play movies actually.
I got it. There was like this pawn shop or rental store / pawn store in BC called Willow Video, and they had it there. I swear to God, it was only like $6, and I bought it. And then I think during the move to my studio apartment back in like 2016, maybe 17. I think it was 16. I'm pretty sure I lost it.
That's depressing.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I can only assume finding that on like Amazon or something like that is relatively cheap. So, but that's one that's like it's on Netflix nowhere.
Yeah, it's tough to find it, but it's worthwhile to watch. It's a really funny movie.
It's better to watch that than this, really. So just shut this off and put on Dead Snow.
Also, May 4th, 2021, we could be watching Bad Batch.
Oh, that's why they released Bad Batch today.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason, and then we'll get one on Friday.
Okay.
This is never going to make sense out of context, so I'm just going to go back to this.
We've already dated our review.
Yeah, we have.
Our commentary. This is not a review. I just got my Battlestar Galactica complete series box.
So we've gotten to this point, eh? We've gotten to this point. It's beautiful. It's got a miniature with it too.
It's the one that they first came out with. That it's like all the seasons are on the sides and it lifts up. And yeah, and it comes with the figure. Some guy was selling it for $140, which I'm pretty sure when that first came out, it sold for around like 100 and something.
Yeah.
So that
was a steal.
That was a good deal. And look how it's in really good condition.
It is. Like, you can't look at it. This is all audio, but imagine what it looks like.
Imagine being a nerd.
And seeing a Cylon staring into your soul.
And being a fan of the original Battlestar Galactica, but never seeing the remake series, which was supposed to be one of the best.
Boggles my mind. But you're going to enjoy it. That's why you got this.
It's supposed to be like one of the best sci-fi series ever made.
It is. I mean, from a biased opinion on that, I think it's phenomenal. The space battles are brilliant, and it's... Okay, effects, you could literally throw all the effects and stuff. What makes Battlestar Galactica so beautiful is the human element. It's like the best episodes of Star Trek where they're just sitting in a room talking. That's like Battlestar Galactica in a nutshell.
Yeah. No, yeah, I want to watch it.
And that's my review on Battlestar Galactica in this commentary.
I'm a fan of Star Trek because, like, and here's the thing, I'm not a huge fan of like space. Like, I'm not like space is so fascinating and everything.
I am. I fucking love space.
Yeah. I like, with Star Trek, I like the ideology of it. I really like the equality look of it.
And then they keep turning on its head in every show.
Yeah, and then in like but then Deep Space Nine was so great because it took that ideology and then like threw it into like a blender.
Dumpster. And it was like, this is the reality of the situation.
They're like, how does your ideologies, does all your rules and everything hold up in like wartime scenarios? And the answer is not really. So, but that's why it's so great. And then Voyager is amazing because the episodes, like we said, are just fucking baffling.
It's just madness.
They're so weird. It's like Tuvix. Do you remember Tuvix when Neil, whatever his name is, and the Vulcan, I forgot his name, but the Vulcan on the show, they fused together.
Oh God, I do, and they become friends afterwards too because they've shared their experiences.
It's so funny. They become Tuvix.
Yeah.
Neelix and Tuvok or something like that is his name.
One identity.
And they become Tuvix, and then they're like, well, here we'll just put you through the thing, and then like take you and then separate you guys again. And it's like, well, Tuvix is its own thing, and I like what I am now, and it's like, if it likes what it is, it's its own thing, you know. It's a pretty great episode.
And that whole episode has more substance than the entirety of this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're very aware at this moment. I'm kind of getting better at being more aware of us going off topic. I'm very aware we're off topic. I just don't care because there's nothing to fucking talk about right now with this movie. I've already gone through the process.
Shots.
I've already kind of gone through the process of how to fix it. Like, you know, like okay, for instance, you're doing a coverage here of whatever they're talking about, and it's like, while this is happening, this is like romance. You could comedically cut to somebody getting just violently murdered,
consumed,
and the contrast, it's so jarring. The cut is so jarring. It would be hilarious.
It'd be beautiful.
And that's what your audience wants. When somebody rents Curse of the Cannibal, Confederates want violence. They want like humor with it.
Yes.
No one's renting this movie to be scared.
No. You want to have fun, and that's the worst thing you can do if you're trying to make a B movie is not make it fun.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun with it. Even and that's the thing. Filming a movie is a nightmare, and I feel like this set was just not fun.
No, I think everybody was dry and miserable.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's cold. This sucks. I don't want to be here. The camera's not working. The lighting is terrible. I can't see the Confederate zombie. Literally.
It's like,
she just dips away, and now he's in like a trench coat.
That might be a different zombie taking this dude out.
There. Oh, whoa. We just cut to like a completely different thing. That's a gun.
Yeah,
just
it is.
Shoot
It looked like a spear for a second.
Yeah.
That's just because of terrible lighting.
Wouldn't that have been wonderful if they actually got like Confederate suits and they were almost...
That would have been awesome.
They're like mystical and they come out and they look like they haven't... Yeah, wait a minute. Do that.
So it's just steal from Lord of the Rings, the ghosts, when they have all the awesome uniforms?
Well, except, you know, like the ghosts, all their faces are decrepit and you know they're ghosts.
Yeah.
But instead have them just like rise from the grave, but they're like clean and they look like they haven't died yet. and then they march up to them, and you're like, what's
and
going
all
on?
the gore and stuff could go as... Yeah, I like where you're thinking with that.
Do that if you don't have money, right? So it's like Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. So they're like going, and then all of a sudden they start eating them, and then that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, and that could be your stinger at the beginning. Is you have like somebody kind of, they're in the woods, they go to the washroom and everything, and then they're like, where's the tent? Like, why can't I find my way back? They're like, help me. And then like they start hearing like somebody stalking them, and then the camera, they're like, where am I? The camera's like kind of spinning around a bit, and then just gets revealed from a tree. You see a guy in a full Confederate uniform,
and that would really set the tension. And the other thing is, they could be a really monotonous, slow, because that was the theme of the zombie movies of this genre. They can be slow, and it's intimidating. It can still be
slow. I think like this is around the time. 1 second.
I definitely think, doing a march like that would have been really intimidating. And
I'm pretty sure this is around the time that Dawn of the Dead came out. Like,
it would have been around.
It's like Dawn of the Dead
mid 80s.
This is 80. Well, no. The Dawn of the Dead was in the 70s, but I think it was like 70.
What movie am I thinking?
I want to say it was like 73, 75.
I am probably thinking of.
Because
Day of the Dead, which then was like the 90s.
Day of the Dead was 80 something.
Was it? Wow.
Yeah. Those movies are... Day of the Dead was 85.
1985. What the heck? Okay, Day of the Dead is definitely what I was thinking of, not Dawn of the Dead.
Day of the Dead's my favorite one.
Yeah, I'm conflicted. I do love Dawn of the Dead a lot too.
Same. Dawn of the Dead is
that was kind of a cool practical effect, and that was completely undone by that.
But that's like their spiritual thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you're able to do those effects, why not just have them be like the ghost thing that I was talking about? You know, but now they're all dying, and I don't know why. That was just actually a firework that they just kind of like mapped over.
Yeah.
I
dubbed. It's exactly what I meant to say.
I don't know. Like,
that face is beautiful.
Okay, yeah, I was right. Dawn of the Dead is only 4 years before this movie.
Think about that. Think about the masterpiece that is Dawn of the Dead, and then only 3 years from now we get Day of the Dead.
Yes.
And Return of the Dead, or Living Dead. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, literally. Think about that.
Such powerhouse movies.
You think about how much fun they had on Day of the Dead, and it really shows in the movie. And then on Day of the Dead, that was like Tom Savini's masterpiece. That was like the makeup effects in that movie are unfucking believable. Everything that they were able to achieve with it is shockingly good.
Yes.
And to the point where like those effects, some of it is gross.
Holds
like,
up to this day.
Yeah,
really
it's
nice.
Nasty. One of my favorite scenes in that movie is when all of those like military guys are getting eaten. They're getting eaten at the end.
Yeah.
And the one guy's head gets pulled, and you can hear his vocal cords like ripping,
awful.
and he's like, and you hear it get like really high pitched. Oh my god, it's so awesome. And then Joe Pilato is like getting ripped apart, and he's just like choke on them. Yeah. That's so great. It's so great. Not like this movie that's not good. This movie makes me sad. I do like his jean jacket though.
His jean jacket. I was gonna say his jeans are a little tight, but the jean jacket's all right.
But this is what I mean. This is not. This is the 80s. Maybe I wasn't alive in the 80s. Well, actually, I was alive in the 80s.
Wake me up when the uncomfortable eating scene happens for a good solid 5 minutes.
Isn't that how they end the movie?
I think it's either how it ends or it's there. Yeah, it's got to be how it ends. We're well over the halfway mark.
We got 20 minutes left of this piece of shit. Basically, this movie, it can be wrapped up into 3 categories: overuse of terrible music, walking, and eating in really gross, like disgusting sounds. And I think, like, if I remember correctly, it's not even like it's gross like Day of the Dead gross. It's just like the sound effects are like
off-putting.
and then you're just watching people like clearly just eat like bologna.
Yeah.
But it feels like you're watching like a Harmony Korine movie. It feels like you're watching like Trash Humpers or something. You're like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
You get physically, and it's not a good uncomfortable. It's a mixture of, it's like listening to your grandmother eat really loudly and you're just watching.
Like imagine going to a home where your grandma is, and you gotta go and visit her that day, and she's like a vegetable, and you're trying to feed her pudding, and you're putting the pudding in her mouth, but she won't swallow it, so it's spitting out.
That's the kind of
and it's like,
uncomfortable feeling.
And it's just like going all over her face, and she's coughing, and it's and spitting on you, and then you're trying to empty it because you don't want to be there anymore.
Okay, but now you're making it sound more horror, and that's not what it is. It's just this boring, uncomfortable moment. You see, what you made was just beautiful horror. That'd be a just heart-wrenching scene, and it's that is the quality we got there.
And the camera's dolling out as like he finishes the food and everything, and then it just like and then the title comes up, and it just says "Our Golden Years."
Oh
no!
I want to cry now.
On Golden Pond. Listen here. And listen
that dude
here.
Seriously could have played an 80s Thor. It would have been perfect. I will give them props for that.
With his same monotone performance.
Yes. Well, yes.
Don't worry about it. Did you ever see the shitty video movie Almighty Thor, where Thor runs up to Loki and takes out an Uzi?
Yeah. No, that's something I would vividly remember if I had seen it, though.
I remember when the Thor movie, like the first Marvel Thor film came out, they pumped that one out. And I remember just being at home, and my dad's like, check out this movie. It's a Thor film. I'm like, oh. And I was like watching it, and it was so bad. And then all of a sudden that scene happens where he's like running in slow motion. He's like, Loki! And this takes out this Uzi and starts shooting it. I just burst in laughter. I'm like, where'd you get the Uzi? And my dad's like, it was established before. You just weren't here. And I was like, what? Like,
see,
why would Thor... Yeah, but
the biggest crime was... wretched thing is it's boring.
Oh my god, can you imagine if they just started blowing these Confederate zombies away? Like
That'd
all
be
these
awesome, especially the guns.
Yeah, all these kids are just like, let's go get ourselves some zombies, right? Or let's rise up that South again, or some bullshit. And then and then they go and you got this like music playing, and they're just blowing these guys away, and all the zombies are just like on wire rigs. So it wouldn't even have to be that hard. They're all wearing coats, so you just like attach like a wire, like a fish net, like, or not a fish net, like a fish line wire, and then you just go like 3, 2, 1, yank, and then they just go, It'd be really easy.
House of the Dead style.
Fucking go crazy. Attach that wire to your car and then just reverse.
Okay, just over the top. That'd be beautiful.
No, what? It would be fucking
That'd
hilarious.
be fun. It'd be funny.
You just ask your actors. You're like, do you mind signing
Getting
this form?
yeeted.
Hey, everyone's ordering pizza. Can you just sign this form?
You're funny. Just have cushioning there. It can be off screen.
If you want to eat, you gotta sign.
Oh,
wait.
Oh, thank goodness. The police have arrived.
He's got a pizza on his sleeve.
And they're recycling the gun that the guys have. Just remember that. Oh.
Is that a focus too? Oh my god. There's that border again. Oh, now it's night.
Tonight.
Yeah. Don't forget. Always.
It'd be kind of fun to make a movie like this intentionally, and then have a sub-narrative going on to mess with the audience.
Make an intentionally bad movie that's just really boring and really poorly shot.
And inconsistent, but have some narrative, like maybe you start realizing this is all an experiment on you, the viewer.
I was going to say, that would actually be a really interesting idea. What you do is you make... Did you ever see one shot of the dead, or is that what it's called? One cut of the dead. I can't remember what that movie's called, but it's really good. It's a really good
Is it the found footage one where it's set after the zombie apocalypse?
This one, what it is it's like it starts and it's 30-minute found footage of like all these zombies coming into this like industrial area.
Okay.
And then something happens. I don't want to give it away in case anyone's watching this and they haven't seen it. But when that something happens, it's like, oh my god, this is brilliant. Because you're watching the first 30 minutes and it's terrible. Like, it's terrible. It's so bad. You're like, why does this have like 100% Rotten Tomatoes? This is the worst thing I've ever seen. And then you're like, that's really clever. But you do it like that. So what you could do is have your first 30 minutes be like really bad, and then you showcase your talents in the second half, and then that could just be a little commentary, and then you could literally have it be like, we weren't even trying for the second half. Because I'm not even gonna lie, if we went out and made this, we would have to try to make it look this bad.
We put that effort in. Maybe you have the meta commentary where it becomes meta, where the staff is sick or something's awful's happening, and it just bleeds into this. And it's like, what the hell?
The movie bleeds into our reality, but it's still a movie.
I think that would be hilarious. Kind of like a Monty Python Holy Grail type, where reality bleeds into the movie and you don't know what's going on anymore.
No one's done this yet, but they've done the reverse of it. But no one's ever done movie to found footage. Where it's like, oh, this is a movie, and then it kind of comes and then something happens, and it's like, whoa, that wasn't scripted. What? And then
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That would be kind of cool. And then could be a Wendigo horror movie in the woods. That's what we gotta do, dude. Let's make it intentionally terrible, and then plot twist. There's horror movie of Wendigo in the woods.
There's like 7 Wendigo ideas that I have. I want to experiment on all of them. I'm not even kidding when I say we could easily just make like a horror anthology that's just all based of Wendigo.
That'd be sweet.
That's a good idea, actually. A horror anthology based off of First Nations
monsters and stories. Yeah, there's a few I'd really like to get permission to do.
Folk tales. Yeah,
that's one I want to do.
That would be wonderful. Be like Mortuary Collection. You haven't seen Mortuary Collection yet,
yeah, I've started. I'm on episode 2 now.
Mortuary Collection?
Episode 3, technically.
Or Creep Show.
Oh, Creep Show is what I'm on, yeah.
Oh, good. Because season 2's out and I haven't watched it yet. So.
I skipped and went to Creep Show because I need something to center me after Wolf House.
That's okay. If you're watching Creep Show's not bad, eh? Did you watch
it's just a love letter back to Tales of the Crypt Keeper, and I love it.
Did you watch the Genie one?
Not yet, no. Oh, well, I'm only on episode... I'm starting episode 3 soon.
Okay, yeah. I believe that's... The
last one was werewolves versus Nazis.
Oh, with Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
Oh my god, good. That was such a great one. Just because Jeffrey Combs is in it made me smile so much. That's another recommendation is the Creep Show. At least season 1. I can't recommend season 2 yet because I haven't seen it, but it's probably great as well. Season 1 of Creep Show is really great. Which one?
The Mushroom Man, the Grey Matter episode, which is like the first arc, but it's really good.
They're all pretty good. And you know what? You haven't got to it yet, but the last episode's directed by Tom Savini.
Ooh.
And it's horror, but it's more like drama, and it's really good. It's done.
Going on that, I know we're off center, but whatever. Matter. Okay, the doll episode was brilliant because you get invested in the dolls. That was brilliant.
That doll episode's awesome, and I do like that first fungus episode, or the mushroom one. Yeah, because you got Tobin Bell, Mr. Jigsaw. He's in it, and as the sheriff. And that dynamic between the son and his dad slowly just drifting away, falling apart.
But then
it's amazing.
I don't want to spoil it, but they subvert that whole falling apart with the plot twist, and that was awesome.
Yeah, no, that Creep Show is wonderful. Creep Show 1,
and it's nothing you can see here.
I guess kind of harken back to it. Creep Show was directed by George A. Romero.
Yeah.
George A. Romero is, of course, the man who made Zombies, which unfortunately
Godfather
plagued us
of
to
Zombies.
this. Hey, that makeup's not the worst.
That's awesome, actually.
It
looks like Nemesis.
Why not just have that thing running around the entire time?
This is where they should have done a little bit of the underexposure, though.
Yeah, but don't get a close-up of that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
The distance, it looked great.
Yeah, just do that.
I don't know.
And then just spray paint blood all over.
Also, that man with the shadowing looks like he urinated his own pants. I hope they go back and we see that again.
These people are glowing. Jesus has bestowed them to heaven.
I also love how we got that sequence and cuts. Yeah, did he? Maybe. It actually looks like he genuinely just pissed himself.
He did because
I don't think that was shadows because he moved.
He saw the dailies. He's like, oh my god.
Dude, are we the first people to see this?
Oh, I would not be surprised if
nobody's toughed it out.
I'm going to tell you right now, we are the only people to ever make a commentary for Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. Anybody that's done it after is just copying us. And this is barely a commentary for Curse of the Cannibal Confederates.
Yeah, we got off center for a good 30 minutes here. That man's just meh.
That's just in style of this movie. That almost feels like a Benny Hill,
Yeah, it did.
Because it's all sped up. Yeah. But then, like, isn't it the guy that's getting attacked in the other shot? Like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Oh my god! Now it looks like a witch coven film.
I was gonna say, and now it's warm and cozy in that shot. Yeah.
Cold and dark, and then warm and cozy.
Nope, still cold and dark here at least.
Yeah.
And then it will cut to a man who's just full on pissing himself for some reason.
Oh, that would be a Zucker Brothers gag. Every time it cuts back to
but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it just more and more.
After we do this, we gotta replay that clip. That's going to bug me.
Until like it shows him and like his pants just are like completely soaked, and then it cuts back, and then like your scene's over, it cuts back to them, and his pants just fall down because they're so heavy. Like a pull-ups.
That's beautiful.
Just, and he's still peeing.
They're still going at it. Yeah, Yeah, it is. I'm not insane. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh my god. What?
Beautiful.
I didn't know they had
That's when you
explosive
shoot a
rounds.
zombie.
They have explosive rounds in their guns.
Well, that's how you have to take down these guys.
Oh, unless that was supposed to be like the shotgun went kaboom.
That man looks forlorn.
Oh, that looked like a girl from Profile.
And there's Hitler.
Hey, that's a reused shot. There's nobody there. That's just pants. That's just pants moving. Oh my god.
It looks like a watermelon they're blowing up.
Yeah.
Oh, the cozy shot.
Yeah, the coven. Oh my god. I like his hat.
I do too. The boonie hat's nice.
That's like Tamara's hat. That's over here somewhere.
Yeah, yes. We'll reference somebody here too. Perfect.
Okay, nobody will.
Who's like, who the hell is that?
Who's that?
Meanwhile, Hitler is still coming toward. Oh no!
Oh no! You know what?
See, that looks alright in the cozy shot. He looks confused.
That makeup kind of reminds me of Jeepers Creepers. His pants are on backwards.
What? Yeah, they are too.
Is that backwards?
Caught him with his pants down.
I don't get it. If that's the way you're supposed to wear those pants.
Hey man, you alright? Just gonna give me a bite here.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh my god. What do I do?
They could have put some more effort into the wounds. 'Cause it's just like pour ketchup on this man's face.
And that's the thing. If you don't have money.
See, that shot was, it was dark, but it kind of was cool with the hand.
If you don't have the money to show like effects and everything,
don't do it.
Then just show like a low angle shot.
The less you can see, the more our imagination plays with it.
That was a miniature.
Oh, I missed that while tangenting.
That was hilarious. That was just that they literally just had like a toy car that they lit on fire. That's why the flame.
Went.
That's why the flame looked so small.
Oh,
that guy looked like
another Bruce Campbell shot.
But like, yeah, you just show like the point of view of the victim, and then the zombie, and then you just start spraying blood like all over them. You literally could just have a hose.
Oh,
like,
here we go. The iconic uncomfortable. Oh, yeah, this is the iconic uncomfortable eating
This very
moment.
much so is also ripping off Night of the Living Dead, and not in just the way that it's zombies, but in the way that this is like the final moment of your movie, and all it does is just like linger on the zombies eating them, which is like great from Night of the Living Dead, where you have that kind of extended shot or scene where it's just them going and eating everything.
Which is, it's a haunting moment, and this is just uncomfortable. That's sound.
This is just like you want to take a shower, but not in a good way.
It's not a horror. It is and isn't. Like, it makes you uncomfortable, so they pulled it off, but I won't call it a horror level.
No,
it's not a Cronenberg.
This isn't a lasting impression. I'm not going and being like, wow, I remember that scene in Cannibal of I Curse the Cannibal Confederates,
where a sad zombie eats a heart.
This guy looks like he just got off the phone with his girlfriend who
dumped
said that
him.
She's like, I don't want to be with you anymore.
I've been
and this is symbolism.
Playing a harmonica.
She ate his heart.
Oh, that's deep.
I'll just take that. It's not even. Is there a tear in his shirt?
No. His shirt's nicely buttoned up.
Yeah. The makeup reminds me of the Joker.
You want to see how he got? I was just about to say, I want to see how he got this scar playing the meat harmonica.
Yeah, God, man.
That looks like a hamburger commercial right there.
Where's the beat?
And that looks like a chest burster.
It looked like a centipede was just coming out. He couldn't have shaven off his mustache.
Well, he's got a meat stash now.
And that's another thing. Look at the makeup around the eyes there. Like, you know that's intentional. Why?
And you
Why
know
even do that?
The beauty about this, the lack of diversity in their casting, it's okay because they only prefer white meat. Da-da, Confederate zombies. Curse.
Why
Or
not?
sorry, cannibals.
But you know what? Why not have that in there?
That would have been an amazing gag
that would've
where
been fun.
there's
Do
a
you-
black character and the zombies ignore, and then somebody's like, "It only likes white meat." Looks at camera.
Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Own Lex white meat up there. Why not though? Like, do you remember the trailer for Get Out when it first came out?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know about you, but when I saw that, I was like, "Is this a joke?" Like,
Yep.
I was shocked. Like, I was like, "What?" And it's showing itself all horror-y and everything.
And it looked like a joke. Yeah.
But I thought it
remember
was
that.
a joke, and then it goes like from writer director Jordan Peele. I'm like, oh, it's a joke.
It's a comedy.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a
you go
comedy.
watch and you're like, no, this is actual horror.
No. And then you look at the reviews. It's got 99%. Everyone's saying it's like this masterpiece. You go and see it, and then it's funny. It's got humor in it. It's got wit, but it's serious and it's creepy.
It is.
and it's weird. And it's so good. It is one of the best Twilight Zone episodes ever to be filmed. Yeah. It's the what's the saying where it's like the best Twilight Zone that never was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what like the original kind of trilogy of M. Night Shyamalan was, which is Sixth Sense.
I hate myself, but
Unbreakable,
that get up
and
and the
Signs.
exposure is literally what Dallas dresses up as an alien. So the clothing's not far off. Can't believe I had to point that out.
Yeah.
If you made it this
Well,
far
actually,
for me to point it out.
Now I'm thinking about it, they do have I want to say they're Asian, but one looks like she might be First
Nations? Yeah, I kind of
Is
can see that.
Is she First Nations?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd have
either.
to look at the actress's name and see who they are.
I can't tell.
I guess they have more diversity than most 80 movies would. Touche.
See?
Touche, cursing Confederate zombies.
That's
or
like
cannibals.
that's like the one thing is like
Bruce Campbell.
you don't see like you really don't see too many First Nations people. Like even like when they're like, we have a full diverse cast. There's no First Nations people.
And it's
in
always super stereotyped otherwise. That's the other one that drives me nuts.
I also don't like that. Like I'm all good with like not being biased when you're casting people, but bizarrely enough, in and of itself, having a mandate on your casting list that you need a black person, you need a white person, you need a Hispanic.
Underwater
it is
turns that on its head though and makes fun of that in the first, I guess 15 minutes.
no,
but
yeah,
that's
but
fair.
but like as a casting person to go out and have that mandate in and of itself, it's kind of racist.
That's the whole point of
It's
Get
kind
Out.
of-
It's making fun of the reverse racism that's going on.
It's categorizing. So the way that I see it is just when you're
if
casting.
you fit the fit, yeah.
If your script says Caucasian 30-year-old, you know what?
Why does it?
Exactly. Does it need to be a Caucasian 30-year-old male? Can it be a female? Does he need to be white? Can he be black? Can he be First Nations? It's not like when you're making like something like Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets where it's like, no. They have to be, you know, that
Such
kind of
and
like
such.
Italian because that Italian American because that's the whole fucking point of the movie. That's the whole like characters and everything. So it has to be that, you know, because famously he pitched the movie to Roger Corman because he made a movie with Roger Corman, and then Roger Corman said, "I'll make Mean Streets, but instead for doing that, the African American like blaxploitation films are really big, so let's make it a blaxploitation film." And Martin Scorsese passed because he was like, "No, I think them being the Italian, you know, is really important." And he was fucking right. You know, that's the whole culture of the film. So I think Corman even said he was just like, so he passed, but maybe it was a mistake. Like, you know, it's pretty funny.
I can hear the iconic song that plays over and over again throughout this movie.
Beautiful song that plays on the main menu as well. Yeah, like I said, I own this movie. Shit.
I actually put money down on this thing. Yep.
No, I got it for a birthday gift in 2013. I
touche.
got both the box of the Blood Bank and the Toxies Top 10. But you know what? It was I was working night shifts back then as well, and I remember coming home being exhausted, and then my mom and my sister's like, "Happy birthday!" and I got those too. But back in the day, those weren't as expensive as they are now. I think the Toxies one was like $60, and then the Blood Bank was maybe $40, and so it's $100 total kind of birthday gift. And it's like, okay, that's awesome. Thank you guys. That's really great. It's not like my Fellini Criterion collection, which was $350. But you get 14 Criterions, and they're all masterpiece movies. So
yeah, I guess if you were putting that down for Curse of Confederate Cannibals, I'd be questioning you.
I mean, shit, the Godzilla Showa era one was 220.
Yeah, but those are all freaking god tier in their own way.
The Gamera Arrow
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, I have over 100 Criterions, but that's neither here or there. Yeah, I'll brag about it. They make me happy.
This shot's right out of Greenskeeper there. Na's great though, where she runs for a good 3 minutes.
Ooh man, when she peeled the don't do that. Why not just have like a Ziploc bag of blood under there? You know what I mean?
Doesn't quite nail the shot like Tusks does when he shotguns them.
That was great. That was so great. But yeah, in that makeup, you could see that it was just like wax.
Yes.
It looked like House of Wax.
Lame.
That's the best.
Unless they were wax zombies all along. I keep saying zombies. They never call them zombies in this. The Curse of Cannibal Confederates. They're cannibals.
Yeah. I want to say that this movie had a different title that was called like Curse of the like Cannibal Suckers or something like that. I don't know.
The Zuckerbergs. I know you said suckers, but that's what I heard.
Curse of the Sucking of the Durs. Curse of your money going to this. How many people do you think rented this movie and got all the way to the end?
Us. And you bought the thing technically as a birthday present. Think about that.
I went through. Well, you know what? I'm okay with it because those tins are really nice. I'm okay with the the Toxic Top 10 and Blood Bank is kind of like having it's like having two beautiful pieces of like high grade bread, but then all of your meat is just fucking expired and gross.
Going back to what we were saying warm. Too, but yeah, we must be the first because the people who made this damn thing didn't even have a commentary on it. Yeah. We're part of an elite club now.
Should I just like put this out and then just tag Lloyd Kaufman on it on Twitter? Just like at him with it. At Lloyd Kaufman. We made a commentary for your Blu-ray restoration of Curse of the Cannibal Confederates.
Thoughts? ? Yeah. And then he's gonna watch it if he does, because who subjects themselves to this movie. And it's like, wow, they don't even talk about it, and I'm not even watching it.
He's gonna watch it and be like, I too like Battlestar
Galactica. Yes. Yes.
You know what's funny? So my short film got accepted into the Milwaukee Twisted Dreams Film Festival back in 2016 or whenever the fuck. And one of the judges that year was Lloyd Kaufman.
Oh my god. So it all comes full circle.
So there's a chance that maybe Lloyd Kaufman saw my movie.
Just as we're seeing this.
And you know what? It's got 100 views on YouTube, and I didn't hear anything back from anybody about it, so there you go. It also got hit by a copyright.
Really?
Apparently the music that I use in the dream sequence for it is not... Something about it's not licensed or anything, which is not...
Or it could be a con.
It's not the end of the world. I mean, like, that was... That movie was... I like that movie. It's fine. But the short films that are going to be starting to come out here are really going to be more of a picture of what I want to make and stuff. But is someone in there that's short? It's not bad. And you know what? It looks like a movie. It doesn't look like shit. It doesn't look like this.
And actually, exposure looks good. It does look good.
Brian, cinematographer on it, did an excellent job. So I want to collaborate with him more. He's a good friend of mine. So no. So he's the one that made the logo for Mr.ozProductions.
Oh, sweet.
The Beetlejuice-esque picture of myself.
Yeah.
But she said, that's a good representation of you. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. It fits. It fits.
And everything you're forcing us to go through, I think it fits.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do see me as some sort of demonic monster, so...
I don't see you as that, but here we are doing the first ever commentary on Curse of Confederates Cannibals.
Curse of the Cannibal Confederates.
Is that what it is? I give up. I give up on trying to say the title. This man looks forlorn too. They all look miserable.
Yeah, Curse of the...
Except him in the Michael Myers mask.
Those people can't even see. Like, you can tell...
No, they can't. They're blind.
Yeah, they're like, fuck, where are we? I don't know what that is. I can't tell. There's no detail. It's just terrible.
It's totally a castle.
Clearly the light was coming from the other side, so why not just like go on the other side of it and shoot it?
I don't know.
Why shoot in the shadows? Maybe it was really hot.
I gave up on this movie having rhyme or reason to their actions.
I'm not gonna lie, like I just got my Battlestar Galactica box set in, I can't stop looking at it.
We keep this is where we start losing it.
This is where we start losing subscribers. Oh my god, we're gonna lose all of our 6 subscribers.
Oh shit, here we go again. Attack!
Oh, that zombie looked like he was going for a reach. That zombie's black!
Yeah.
That was that person's black.
Wait. They have a black The Confederate zombies are more diverse than the main cat. Well, I can't say that either. This movie has diversity.
No. Yeah. Good. Bravo, Lloyd Kaufman. Production.
Oh.
Now here's
I
the real,
eat my own words now.
Here's the real question though that I have. Back during the Civil War, did they must have like African Americans on the side of the Confederates?
They did, and it was really messed up.
But it was them being forced, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I know Glory exists. That movie, have you seen Glory?
I don't think I
Oh
have.
my god, it's one of the best films ever made. Seriously.
Jeez, why am I such a failure in watching good films?
Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, Matthew
Oh my
Broderick.
god.
That movie's a masterpiece. That movie is about the Civil War and the Yankees getting a group of African Americans to fight for them.
Yeah.
And then they went basically, I believe they go to like to try and like stop. Is it Colonel Mustard? Is that his name, or is that Clue?
American history.
I can't remember. I'm not an American.
As you can tell.
I'm British.
Hey.
As you can't tell. I'm Polish, actually.
What?
I'm born in Canada. That's just my heritage, is Polish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Mraz. Mr.oz, without the dot in it, is a Polish name, means frost in Polish. So it's a shame that I wasn't called Jack.
Jack Mraz or Jack Frost. Edgy.
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
I could have been the Polish Jack Frost.
That's what you can name your future children.
No, I'm not having children.
We'll see about that.
No, if I had a son, I'd just give him my middle name, Ches. I like the name
Ches Frost.
Yeah. And then if I had a daughter, if I had a kid, I would actually scratch that. If I just had a kid, I'd just not exist anymore.
I'd name my kid Wasabi. My fiance begs to differ on the name, but Wasabi's pretty tight.
I'll just name my daughter after the director of this film.
Nah.
Yeah. What was his name? Mokuduku?
Mokuduku? Mojojo.
Mojojojo. Bubbles. That's her name.
Dude. Oh, the vacant expression. Sometimes I forget we're watching a movie.
We're not. What do you mean? This isn't a movie.
Yeah.
Is she reading the Bible?
Well, how else do you stop Confederate cannibals?
The Lord said,
"Stop thou eating in the south of people."
Dave walked up to the sheep and spanked thou's ass. Then Confederates showed up.
The end.
The end. Rock music.
Kaufman 2020.
Rammstein starts playing.
That would be a great plot twist.
Angel starts
playing randomly at the end of this.
Or Angel. Angel would work. For
yeah, religious. That would too.
Or Furnish, but the one that played in a Nymphomaniac. They're still making music.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know if it's still like good.
It
must be pretty good.
Dodge YouTube censorship stuff out the nines, and I love them for it.
I would have loved to gone and seen them like live or something. I just think that crowd would just eat me alive. I'm like a skinny white boy and get murdered, to get punched in the face.
Maybe.
I got some muscle, I guess.
He looks like Kurt. It's Kurt. No, it's not Kurt Russell.
No, it looks like
The Thing. Is it Kurt Russell? I can't remember.
Oh, Kurt. Yeah,
it is. Why am I losing my marbles on that?
Yeah, it's Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell. That blood?
Yeah, I think so.
What are they talking about? You know, another thing that they don't do too much in like movies. Maybe they do it nowadays more, but I want to say they still don't. Is the girls in films, they never rough them up. Like, and I don't mean like abuse them, but I mean like they never like make them look like they've gone through hell. Yeah.
They're starting to do that more.
They did it. They did it in You're Next. Which was awesome.
I'm trying to think what else where they do rough up.
And not in action movies, by the way. Like, but
I know you're making this hard now.
Yeah, in horror movies. Like I want to, like the final girls and everything like that. Like the final girls usually get a little roughed up, but here's the thing: they're like roughed up in the sense of like they're cut, they're like tying their wounds up, they're going, they're being clever. But that's like 1%.
Jurassic World, where the girl, I know it's where she gets ripped apart by all the dinomorphs and stuff. Oh, yeah. That was gruesome, man.
Or what about in the first Jurassic World where Bryce Dallas Howard insisted that she wear her high heels the entire time, and she was like running in them. And okay, here's the thing: like I don't know. I think that was like empowerment because like girls wear high heels and they're like the most uncomfortable thing in the world. But at the same time, just like in the movie sense, it's like take off your fucking high heels and run. Because I don't know any girl that probably would just stay in those. You know
especially
what I mean?
if you're getting chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, you'd probably throw those in the garbage.
This looks like a Shakespearean play right now.
It is.
That's Hamlet.
This is Othello.
Hamlet, I just saw a fucking vampire. I'll have to show you that skit. That's one of my favorite Wise Kids You Know skits.
Or maybe this is a Midnight Summer's Dream.
Oh my god, you know what, guys? Go watch Whitest Kids You Know, the Abraham Lincoln skit. Not only does it have a Shakespeare, it's Abraham Lincoln, Confederate, civil stuff, all that beautiful Civil War. It all ties in. It does a better job than this. I'm going to make you watch that now, and you're going to hate my guts.
Hey, this movie's almost over.
They gave them the treasure back.
Oh, is that what it was? They just took the Confederate flag?
I don't know. I don't know
what movie was that? That was a movie where the guy took something and then
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No. There was one where it was like he took something and then like these monsters come up and then they take it and then they go away.
Dead Snow kind of has that premise too because they steal the Nazi gold.
It's something where it's like the guy's like and then he takes it. I know they did it in Jurassic Park 3 where the guy stole the eggs. But I want to say
Pirates
there's
of the
another.
Caribbean, Dead Snow kind of plays with that because they take the cursed Nazi treasure.
Is it the Fog? No, the Fog wasn't it. I don't know. Anyway, this movie's over.
Fog, no.
Yeah.
No, isn't the Fog the one? No, that's a different one. Ghost Ship is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, I love Ghost Ship.
Yeah, I do too.
The Fog is the John Carpenter movie that was supposed to just be about fog that kills people, but then the studios like this board add something in it.
Like
the pirates.
Weird.
They added ghost pirates into the Fog. I like the Fog.
It's alright.
The remake sucks, but the original one's good. The Mist is a masterpiece. The Mist is pretty great.
It's too depressing. The book ends on a hopeful note. The freaking movie is just sad.
The book ends with like you see that giant monster and it's just like
no, it ends on the military radio.
No. The book?
The book ends. The last thing they talk about is the transmission because it's hope. At the end, they have hope.
I thought the book ended with just showing that giant monster, and then that was it.
No, that's where the movie continues on. Is when they see the giant monster and stuff, and that's where all the hopelessness goes. That is the continuation of that. There's still the giant monster. I
want to say the book ended with like that, but I was
no. It ends with the radio transmission. They're in like a hotel building, and then they hear a radio transmission and it gives them hope.
But you know what's more depressing?
They don't kill themselves.
You know what's more depressing than the Mist ending? This movie.
Yeah.
And with that,
Curse
we're
the
out.
Cannibal Confederates. Bye.
Fuck you.
Why'd you watch this long?
If you guys watch this long, you're stupid. Like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.